this episode, like, it ends on such, like, a hammer hit, but let me get into it. So basically the episode starts off after the previous episode with Ashi and Jack kissing, but apparently it was for some other reason because of the residue and otherwise. But then we get into the idea that, you know, Jack and Ashi do have feelings for each other, but Jack is afraid of getting into any kind of relationship or otherwise with Ashi because of the fact that everything that he loves is always taken away from him by Aku. His friends, his family, and otherwise, and he's afraid that Ashi will just end up being another thing that Aku will eventually take from him. So he tries to abandon Ashi, but of course she ends up following him and learning the truth about why Jack left her like he did. But at the same time, the robot mercenary that Jack fought in the first episode, Scaramouche, he made it to Aku and told Aku that Jack lost his sword. But as soon as he came to Jack and saw that he had his sword, well, he killed Scaramouche, and then he was about to leave, but then he discovered something. So, apparently Aku did actually visit the daughters of Aku and left a bit of himself for them to worship, and then they decided to drink that essence of Aku, which led to the birth of all of these different children, which Ashi is apparently having a bit of Aku inside of her. In layman's terms, she's an actual daughter of Aku, to the point that Aku literally took control of her, was having her fight Jack, and even transformed her into a dark being to fight Samurai Jack. At one point when Jack injured her, she told Jack to kill her, but Jack wouldn't do it, and he gave up. Like, he literally just fell to his knees and dropped his sword, but instead of allowing the now corrupted Ashi to kill Jack, Aku instead left him alive and took the sword as his trophy. I know what many people will say, why didn't Aku just kill Jack? Well, think of it like this. Aku didn't kill Jack's father either when Jack's father was going to fight Aku. He left him alive and basically tortured and enslaved him for the rest of his life. So this is kind of like the same idea here, where Aku takes the one thing Jack has to defeat him and now has it as a trophy. Basically 100% putting in that Jack can never beat Aku. That is super dark. It's such a hammer hitter that I'm so sad about that. And it makes me very, very interested to see the very next episode next week, considering that this next episode is going to be the final one. So, yeah, this episode rivals some of my favorite episodes of this season, and good God, when I do my top 5 favorite and least favorite of this entire season, it's gonna be a hard one, because there are some really good episodes. This one being a top contender as well. And that's my speed impressions on Samurai Jack C.